Alright guys, today we are going to do the Jasion Hunter X/ST unboxing and setup. This is an electric bike, pedal assist. It's on Amazon. It's a really good deal right now. I believe it's right around $900, maybe a little bit less depending on where you're at. So the main reason I wanted to do this video was for people that go camping. You know, also this can go with hunting too. So if you're out hunting public land, this would be a great bike to use. And I'll kind of get into some of the details about what this bike and model have to offer, and then we'll get into unboxing and setting it up. So Jasion Hunter X/ST. That means it's the step-through model. It's easy to get it in and off of the bike. It's got a 7-speed Shimano gear, hydraulic disc brakes, front and rear suspension, front and rear fenders, headlight, tail light, 20 by 4-inch wheels, so a little bit fattier, knobbier tires. Makes for, you know, riding, you know, whether you're going to be on the street or in the dirt, on trails. This will be great for both of those options. It's got a speedometer, 5 pedal assist settings, the top speed of 30 miles per hour, 70 miles on a single charge, not verified, but we'll test that out at some point. Luggage rack on the back. It has a horn, it has a key and a lock, removable battery, upright seating positions. So if you're a shorter guy, 5 foot, this will work for you, or if you're 6'3", this bike will also work for you. And a max weight load of 400 pounds. So I think this bike will be great for anybody that does any type of camping, and also any public land hunting or hunting where you want to get in and out of your stand quietly. And it's electric, so I think there's a lot of uses for this bike, and I think it's at a great price. So we're going to get unboxing and setting this bike up and showing you guys the process once you order it. And I'll be sure to leave a link in the description for this model, along with others depending on what you'd like. And all of these can be found on Amazon. But yeah, I'll leave that in the description after the video. Let's get into unboxing and setting it up. Overall, I think this is a really great deal from Amazon. You know, sometimes there's things that they have on sale that maybe look like a good deal that aren't, but I definitely believe this is one of those really good deals. Alright, so a lot of great packaging. Not really worried about anything getting beat up in transit. The box came in great shape. It didn't have any scratches or big dents in it, so overall packaging and shipping turned out great. So as you can see, everything's in this box pretty tight. Set this down. So let's get all the foam bits and pieces out. So it looks like I can grab this whole thing. Also, get some help from somebody when you're undoing this. Alright, looks like there's another box in here. I guess this is all the hardware. So, what we will do, we will continue unboxing a few things just to see what's inside each box. So pedals, this looks like an axle. Let's see what this is. This is a charger. It's a decent charger. It's even got the name on it, so you know this isn't just a Amazon special. Seems pretty legit. Got its name on the charger. It's like a tool set, tool kit, with an assortment of zip ties and I guess caps for the axles, different Allen keys, Allen wrenches. Let's just set all this out. So this one's the only one that's bent, but it's also a very small one. Maybe there's a purpose for that. Maybe it was bent. I don't know. We'll see. 3 zip ties, screwdriver, and 8mm, 10mm, 13, and 15. And thank you for your support in choosing Jasion. Scan this QR code to get the latest e-manuals. Alright. Go ahead and take this apart. Yeah, it's labeled right, labeled left. Pretty hard to screw that up. Alright, so we'll get some scissors and start cutting off some of these bits and pieces. Packaging looks very good. A lot of zip ties. A lot of zip ties. There we go. Alright, here's the luggage cart. Luggage rack, I should say. Set that right there. Let's just keep cutting stuff off. Shimano. Lift up on the fender to get that off. So we got more tape. Don't cut anything important. I'm sure it won't be the last. Oops. Right here we got a kickstand. That's going to be important. We'll get that set up first. Alright. This is where the handlebars attach. Right here. This is part of the folding piece, I believe. Okay. We'll do that after the kickstand, I think. Alright, so here's the kickstand. Alright, so underneath there is a bracket to where these mount. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, back these Allen bolts out. Allen screws, whatever you call them. Looks like they got some Loctite on them. Got a little bit in there. Alright, so they're gonna go like that. So what I'm gonna do is slowly tilt this over, at least get these started. There we go. Alright, now that we got that, it appears to me that these go right there. So we'll go ahead and get those on. And I need the small one, or one of the small ones. Like this one. Yep, so we can just move this out of the way so we don't rip that out. Definitely would recommend power tools if you got them. So We're gonna take this side off. We're gonna set it right here for now. Don't lose it. We're gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. These go in the frame, so don't worry about that. We can mount those after we do this piece. So same deal right here. Well, you gotta do it with the long ways, because this bracket to support, or probably could have seen that in the instructions, but it's more fun to do it without instructions, or watch a YouTube video and watch somebody else mess it up. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount the luggage rack on. So we got a total of 4 Allen keys we need to take out, and they're finger tight, so that's great. Makes it easy on us. And they all have washers, so make sure you don't let them fall off and don't lose them. So we're just going to start them on each side. Now it looks like you can adjust this forward and backward a touch, which I don't see any reason you'd need to. Maybe just if you have a little bit bigger bag or something like that. Recommend getting these tight with your fingers first. Right. Good to go there. Now what we can do is we can mount our brake light to the bracket that it comes on. And so that thing that we just mounted, as you can see, fits right there, and obviously this is going to be the orientation of how it should go on. So we'll just get those finger tight. It's going to be the 8. And I wouldn't recommend getting these things like crazy tight because they're small and it's plastic, but get them snug. All right. Oops. That's snug. And so now I see what these wonderful zip ties are for. These zip ties are going to go on here. There's a little groove that you can put the zip ties through, and we'll just make sure that we're out of the way and we can adjust as needed. And so we won't cinch them down yet, but we'll get them started. That way we can adjust and then snug down. So, all right, we got a little bit of playing room right there. So there's 3, and there's 3 zip ties. Goes this way. One more. A lot of boats out today. Alright, so we're going to have it snugged up top, so we're going to pull it a little bit tight right here, have a little bit of play up top, and cinch her down. And we don't have any politically correct, so we're going to use our scissors. That's right, all my Subaru friends. Those will cut you, so remember where you put them. Make sure this is out of the way of the brakes on this side, so we don't have any chance of tearing stuff up, or a little chance of tearing stuff up. Try to get as close as possible, and there we are. Now, put our kickstand, well, not yet. we got our wheel. And we got some more. We got another fender. We'll set that right there for the time being. I guess this is the seat. Careful with the knife and scissors because you don't want to put a hole in your new seat. Plenty of room. I'll set this right there for now. It's our tire. And so the disc is on this side, the left side on the back, so I would assume it's going to be on the left side on the front. 99% sure. We will see here shortly. Let's set this down for now. Looks like it needs some air out of the right out of the chute. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the front wheel and axle assembly on. I want to make note of something. In packaging, it comes with the forks backwards. As you can see, they're at an angle like this. They need to be turned around for you to drive it, and that's just for packaging. So just make sure you turn this around before you mount everything up. So we're going to cut all this crap off like so. Try not to scuff up stuff. Caliper. Looks like they got a little spacer in there to keep them from closing in. Don't squeeze any buttons. Alright, we're gonna turn this puppy. Oops, that's heavy, so careful with that. Now's a good time for the kickstand. Alright, we're good. So now let's take this fake hub off. We're gonna use the 15. Let's break this free. Grab right here. Oops. Comes out just like so. And this is going to be the axle. It's got two spacers, it's got a washer, and it's got this, I believe this lock. That's what that looks like to me. I don't know the term, or if that's what it's called, but it looks like a lock for the, right here. All right, so let's take these off. What we're gonna do, put it through. And this isn't directional, so, I mean, the wheel is directional, but as far as the axle is not. All right, so now we got this. We got both spacers on this side and that side. Our disc is on the left side. So now what we're gonna do is gently lift up. And we're gonna set it on that. And now that we got our kickstand in place, this will hold for the most part. Just don't do anything crazy with it. We're gonna put this on first. This is like the locking mechanism. That goes on there. We're gonna put our washer, and then we're gonna put our nut. Get her finger tight. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side. So, got this. Make sure this is seated. Taco Bell. Like so. Then this. And this, basically what this piece is doing is keeping your axle from ever backing itself out for whatever reason. Now see how that's designed. All right, so now we're going to tighten it down. Try to get them even, folks. That looks even. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the caliper and the assembly where it's supposed to go on the disc itself. So we're going to route this through here, up and down like so, and then I can slide if we need it to. And so we got two Allen keys right here. We're going to undo those. They got Loctite on them as well. We'll get them finger tight and we'll get everything centered, and then we'll crank it down. Sometimes you got to move it around to get it started. We're started. So now we're just going to get them snug-ish. We can actually lock these down, then we'll make fine-tune adjustments with the other bracket. So those are on there, locked tight, crank down, they ain't coming off. So now we got a little bit of adjustment right here. But what I think would make sense is to lift this up and spin it. And I'm sure it'll self-adjust some itself too. Oh, I see. You can look in the light and then see where it needs to be to just get it not touching on anything. You could probably use like a playing card or something if you're really serious about it, but I'm gonna do it with my fingers. Oh yeah, we're good. All right, now. Oh, don't tear up our light. But yes, we're good now. Now we're gonna push this thing through, this light. Just kind of finagle it through. And then we're gonna get this fender mounted on. And we're gonna use the 10 on the back side of this thing, because it's a lock nut. This goes in the front. We'll get this puppy back on there. We need to get this. This will mount on the front side like that. So get this through there, this through there. We'll just get that tight. We'll get this on the back side. Like so. Oh,
it goes in between.
Oh, it goes in between right there. Then we're gonna get this washer and this lock nut back on there. All right, cool. Get this thing on there nice and snug. Try to get it center. All right, that's good. Now we're gonna mount these pieces. So on the other side, we've got another Allen key. Lots of Allen keys with this thing. Break it free. This one doesn't have Loctite, so it should be faster. Goes in like so. Snug. Now this side is bent from manufacturing. So what we're gonna do is see, one, if we can bend it with our hands, and that ain't gonna happen. So what we can do is, if we have some pliers, all right, we're gonna get some pliers for this because it was bent from the either manufacturing process or the shipping process, which I'm leaning more towards manufacturing, which isn't a big deal. Not a big deal. You can work through the problems. The only problem I might see with this, if it's aluminum normally only bends once, so.
It'll probably break. So the other thing we can do is bend that arm.
Or we can bend this arm right here.
That arm will be a lot more giving, I think. And you can try to bend it, but it's liable.
I won't, let me just see. I'll just pull first and then see what I think. Boom. Didn't break. Little wins. Oh, while I see this right here, we got some keys. So let's go ahead and remove those before we lose them. We got 2 keys. And they go, if you would like to know, right under here is where your key, here's where your keys go. And we'll get into that once we get the startup figured out. So I'm gonna pass along the keys. See? Doop. We'll just leave them in there for the time being. Not a big deal. Might be a little cockeyed, but not a problem. This isn't a super important piece. This is more just style one. All right, we're good there. Now what we're gonna do is get our pedals on real quick. All right, so right, left. It's gonna be our right side. So right side pedal, tighten clockwise. So what it looks like is we're gonna use our wrench again. Ooh, that's sharp. Just like so. There's a flat piece where the wrench fits on. Boom, just like that. Now we're gonna do the other side. Maybe it's reverse on this way, yeah. So it's gonna be reverse on each side. So on the right side, you're gonna turn right. On the left side, you're gonna turn left. Just like so. And we're good there. All right, now. And here's your charging port. I just saw this. That's where you can charge her up. We'll cover that for the time being, maybe. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get it charged up before we use it. It's supposed to be at 100% fully charged for your use. I would recommend doing that. So, plug into your regular outlet. Pull this down here. We're gonna have a, we got a green light. And we'll plug this doohickey right to there, and it's red. That means it's gonna be charging. And it'll be green once it's fully charged. All right, now let's get on to the rest of this project. Let's go ahead and get our seat mounted. We have another wrench. Just like this one. Looks like the 13. What do you know it is? And then there's adjustments on here. Oops. Don't lose that. There's adjustments on here. So I would make it to where you can see this, where you open and close it. So if we're going this way, have these adjustments showing on the right side of your seat. And we're good to go there. All right, so now you can open this up, and this is, you can make adjustments here too, which we'll see how that is once we get it in. So minimum is this, or you have to go to at least this line. So if you're a big tall guy, 6'3", this is probably where this thing should stop. I'm gonna do it probably around the 10 and see where we're at. Do a little bit of wiggling. We're right at the 10 mark. Tighten this down some. You know, get it on the right side. Get it snug. Boom. Sucker ain't going nowhere. And that looks to be about the right height for me, and I'm about 5'7". So number 10, 5'7". Alright, now we are going to do the handlebar setup. So this is where we're going to use the handlebars. So it's going to go like this. This is going to be on your left side. Do I need to do? Open something up? Alright, loosen this. So we're going to loosen this sucker up. Yeah, get it finger tight. We're gonna lift up and see where we're at. All right, so we got this in. To make adjustments, I recommend holding it up, getting your wheel straight in line with everything. Then, to get this in line with everything else, you're gonna press this down. This opens up. You can get this a little bit loose to where you can make adjustments. Get it a little bit snug. Go up, and this locks in. So you want this piece right here straight with these 4 bolts. So look down it, make sure you're good. When it's good, open it up, pull it back, hold this in place, and we're going to cinch her down with the Allen key. Tighten. I'd recommend probably getting this one a little bit more snug than the other Allen keys.
To start with, and then check it. You don't want to lock it down tight.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to check now that we got it pretty much snug. I think it could go to the right just a touch, so I'm going to open it up, break it loose. Maybe a little bit more. Oop, real loose. Anyways, all right, let's try this again. All right, get my wheel straight. Get this. Hold it snug. Let's just get it snug this way. Alright, we're good to go. So now I'm going to crank it down. And you may have to adjust this a couple times to get it exactly where you need it. And that's okay.
Don't lock it down too tight.
That's good. Nice and snug. It's not like you're going to be mountain biking. We're good to go. Now you just lift this piece up. Boom. Good to go. Now what we're going to do is get the handlebars on. Let's cut off all this tape and be very careful because your electronics are right here. Now what we're going to want to do, which I probably should have done first, is get the Allen keys out, but it's okay. I'm just going to hold that right there. We're going to loosen the Allen keys, which I can get out from this bike. Take the kickstand down, open her up, now we got this. Let's just go ahead and scratch everything up. You could do it in your living room so you don't scratch anything. This isn't directional, is it? I don't think so. So now we're going to put these back in. Oops. Put those back in. Just get them started. Let me get this on there first. Now I'd recommend doing this with another male. I would not recommend doing this with your wife. I'll save you some arguments, free of charge. Alright, so now we need to get this sucker lined up. And so there's tick marks on it, and I think they're supposed to be in the dead center. And now they are. So as far as the seating position and the handlebar position, I like that. I'm gonna snug it just a little bit and we can make some fine adjustments. Let's see where I like it. I like my handlebars more upright, kind of like a dirt bike. So I'm gonna move them up a little bit. You can crank them down this way. Now what we're going to do is put our caps on. There, and hit there. Just like so. And we're going to put all of our tools in the little tool bag. Okay. Now we're going to plug this in. This is directional. There's a little lip. There's a lip. Make sure we're lined up. There's also arrows. Like so. Alright. Make sure they're nice and snug. Cover that up. Now, it looks like we need to adjust our piece right here. This is going to be your screen, so get it to where you want it. You're going to tighten those down. 2. Nice and snug. Put that back in there. And that's everything put together. Now we're gonna show you how to turn it on. We're gonna go up somewhere else, make sure it's fully charged. Then we're gonna go turn it on and show you all the modes, and we'll do a little test drive. All right. Now that we got everything set up, we got a battery charged. This is a little dirty because I've already taken it out, but I just wanted to get an idea of how all the settings work. So the key is at the bottom, like we mentioned, and it's already on the left setting when you put it in. So you want to turn it right just like you're starting a car. It's in the middle setting initially. To get the battery out and to fold this down, you want to turn it all the way left, and that'll unlock this to where you can do that. So once we have that, that's to take the battery out. You pull this back, do that. We're not going to do that. We don't need to do that right now. So this is the setting it comes at. This all the way right is to turn it on. Now what we do, we'll get on, we'll hold the mode button down, and then you'll see the screen come on, which some of that might read, some of it might not read, and it's typically on 0 mode. So you'll press this plus button right here, over here, This will adjust through the modes. So this button will go through the modes, up and down. So up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 and 5 are in sport modes. 3 is normal, 2 is eco, so that'll go the longest, and 1 is also eco. So different speed levels. 5 is the fastest. I'd recommend not going on 5 from the start. Just learn it. We're gonna start out at, we'll just start out at 1, just so there's not any confusion there. And now we're gonna switch to the chest mount and go for a little drive. So stay tuned. Okay. All right, so like I mentioned, 7-speed Shimano. So you can do it manually, go through, down, 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 down. Leave it on 7 for now, not a big deal. Now what we're gonna do is go through and do the test drive on the bike. All right, so we're on setting 1. A thing I want to mention before you do anything, this is your throttle. So even on setting 1, it'll start to go. So keep that in mind, it's like a dirt bike. So we're gonna start pedaling first, a little push, start pedaling. Just like a regular bicycle, and it starts to assist the pedaling. All right, so now I'm not pedaling. It's staying at 12 miles an hour. I don't know if you can see that, but we're at 15 miles an hour currently. Now slowing down, I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas. And this is still on setting 1. I'm gonna give it all the gas. All right, so it's full throttle. It's going 10 miles an hour. So with that, I don't think we're gonna be going like crazy fast with setting 1. I recommend staying on the setting for at least a little while, just so you're comfortable with it. You can pedal too. Still pedaling. Give it some gas. Starting to go uphill. All right, so we got plenty of gas. So 10 miles an hour is basically the speed in which this bike goes. 10 miles an hour on setting 1, not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's a great setting for people that are just beginning. Overall, not bad. So now we're gonna go over here, go around, test out the suspension. And it's working pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go back around, park. Brakes work good, front and rear. You start to pedal, I do want to mention, you start to pedal, it's gonna start assisting automatically. So, very comfortable seating position. I'd probably raise the seat a little bit, just because I'm a little bit taller. But you can sit upright, very comfortable. All right, so setting 1 is 10 miles an hour. Let's go to setting 2. Give it full throttle. Oh wow, we got some deer, folks. You see them? Oh, there's some bucks. Just like the channel, Whitetail Hunter Outdoors. Look at that little buck, it's a little 8-point. Let's go over there and check them out. Look at them. A little 6-point. Nice little 6-point. Good looking deer. It'll be great in a couple of years. It's called like 3 spikes, 6-point. I'm sure there's some up top bedded somewhere. There's a little baby. All right, sorry. Back to the channel. All right. So setting 2 Let's see how fast 2 goes. All right, 2, we're topping out at 15 miles per hour. So 5 miles per hour between the settings is what I'm seeing so far, which is not bad. Very comfortable speed. You don't have to do a whole lot with it. It goes up hills very well. That's awesome. On downhill, it doesn't stay at 15, so you might have to use the brakes. So just keep that in mind. It goes pretty fast. 15. Still has pedal assist going up the hills. Not bad at all. Very comfortable riding position, like I said. Very pleased with this. The brakes work very well. They're hydraulic, like I mentioned. All right, so setting 2 is 15 miles an hour. Let's go to setting 3. Full throttle. All right, we're at 20 miles per hour. That's pretty fast, setting 3. I don't know about you, but not having to pedal, this is nice. This is really nice. Very comfortable. Get you around the campsite or the trails very easily. I think it works great. I'm going to slow down. So yeah, settings 2 is 20 miles an hour. Not bad at all. Very comfortable. I'm gonna go right down here. Let's go to settings 4. Okay, definitely a lot more power on this setting. We're at 25 miles an hour on settings 4. That's moving, dude. That's moving. That's moving real fast. So, not bad. 25 miles an hour. I'm pretty impressed with. All right, so your left is your front brake. Right is your rear. All right, so settings, we're gonna go settings 5. So settings 5 looks to be 30 miles an hour, and it is. So settings 5 is 30. That's moving. I wouldn't recommend this from the start. It's pretty fast. So we'll keep that tone down a little bit, but settings 5 is very fast. Would not recommend that for beginners. Very comfortable. We're gonna go this way. So obviously it rolls really good in the street. It goes pretty good on the dirt too. get stuck under here. No big deal. Just get it off. And off to the races. I would say be very careful when you like get on the bike, not to pull the throttle, because it'll just come right out from under you. But yeah, it's working pretty good. I mean, it's very comfortable. It's very, very fast in 5 settings. I mean, this on public land, in my opinion, would be awesome. And then obviously you got your, oops, let's put the kickstand down. You got your horn, pretty loud. You got your light right here. You got your cruise control. And then this is your, like I said, your settings. Put it all the way back down to 0, none, 1. Got some gas, and then so on and so forth. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 are the speeds. And hold mode down to turn it off. All right guys, so that was the unboxing and setup of the Jasion Hunter X ST and the step through. And that's pretty much it. So highly recommend this on Amazon. It's a really good deal. I think for camping, it's definitely a must-have compared to, you know, your typical bicycle. It's just much easier. You can enjoy it a lot more, in my opinion, not work up as much of a sweat. You can still pedal if you want to. Very comfortable seating position, easy to get on and off. You can basically use it for hunting, for camping, for everything else. I would recommend buying this, and I think you guys will be very happy with your purchase. The link for this is going to be in the description below. If you guys do click it and buy from the link, it is an affiliate link, so I do get a small percentage of it, which helps out the channel in turn. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any other videos or requests that you'd like for me to go over, unbox, review, and set up, I can do that. But I think this is a great bike, and I highly recommend it. So if you guys could like the video, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep more of these coming. Y'all stay tuned for more. Thanks. See you.